Hey guys, this is Tree Addict back again with another video. It's been a while. I've got a variegated Ficus Benjamina here. It really just needs more time to thicken the trunk up, but I wanted to go ahead and do a small amount of trimming to thin it out and also put some wire on it to do a little bit of bending on the trunk, maybe just to get a little bit of movement in there because it's pretty boring right now. And if I let it go much further, it'll probably be way more difficult to bend it. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that today and just give it some attention because it's been probably a year since I've even looked at this thing. So, all right, that's it for today. Okay, so I'm gonna try and put some wire on the trunk and likely on this first main branch on the left here to lower it quite a bit. And I'm probably going to shorten that one quite a bit and try and do something with these back two also. Just begin the training and shaping. It doesn't have any movement whatsoever, so it's pretty boring right now. So I want to start that before it's too set in stone and more difficult to do. Especially because so you want to start with your wire pretty well secured in the whatever potting medium you're using. And then just, I think most people go counterclockwise wiring. And there are various rules that you can look up about the size of wire you should use. There are rules where you can bend the wire against the branch that you're looking to wire, and if I forget the exact details, if the wire bends, then you should move up to the next size, but if the branch bends, then you have the correct diameter of wire. I'm not sure. You'd have to look that up really to confirm the details. I'm sure there's plenty of videos on YouTube you could find that would explain that stuff way better than I ever could. So just so you're aware that there are recommendations for stuff like that. And you want to try and be as gentle as possible so you're not putting undue stress on the trunk, the branches. You can see I've already knocked off a few leaves. Like I said, the variegated ficus seems to be pretty fragile, or more than the others anyway. So just take your time and try and be gentle. Like with anything else, practice helps immensely. So you can see that I haven't done enough practice. And the other thing you need to be aware of when wiring is you want to take into account the anticipated growth, future growth of the plant, because you want to avoid the wire biting into the bark. You want to avoid that as much as possible because that can ruin an otherwise beautiful tree. And it can happen rather quickly too. Obviously it depends on the species of plant and the time of year. But again, just something you need to keep in mind and be aware of. All right, I just took a few minutes off camera to do some of the more detailed wiring just because my hands would have been in the way and you wouldn't have been able to see much of it anyways. So but what I did do was I wired this far right branch, and also using the other half of the wire I came across, used the main trunk to anchor it, and then this branch back here I also wired with the same one. So now I can manipulate this right side branch and also get some depth in the back here and figure out what I want to do with that. So far, I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously, it needs to fill in now that I've opened up this whole center area. Hopefully, I can get some back budding on that. And I also still need to do a little bit of trimming and shaping up here. This stuff, needs a bit of trimming up. So just clearing out some of the overlapping foliage here so everything can breathe better, and possibly that will stimulate a little bit of backbudding now that I've opened up a lot of the center here. I will probably attempt to propagate a lot of these cuttings, the larger ones anyway, because everybody seems to like these variegated ficus. I think that's about it for now. It's not the prettiest wiring. That should be good for through the winter, and we'll see how it looks next summer. Thanks. That's it.